Okay, let's get something straight. I do not support the BLM movement at all. It is not for the Black and African community at all. It is not for the pro-Black African. Let me get to say it again this way. The pro-Black African and descendant of slavery, our community, Black folks. No, the only thing I support about that BLM is the Black young people that they took advantage of. That is it. 30 and younger that was out there sacrificing their all for that movement, being taken advantage of. That is the only thing I support, like church. I had a good experience in church. I do not support Christianity no more. But if somebody wants to support one good church in the community for that reason alone, but church as a whole is not helping, has not been as effective. I would say in my experience, in my lifetime, things has drastically changed. And I'm sorry for all the things that Christianity stand for today. When I was coming up, it was a beautiful experience. Now I would not, and knowing and being enlightened with real knowledge and facts and data that anyone can research on their own because it's out there and it's irrefutable. You don't have to argue with anyone. The research is there and it's been done. But as far as Miss Patrisse Cullors of the BLM movement, I do not support this woman or believe anything she says. And shout out to ADOS community and our allies out here doing it. I'm seeing some makers, more like shakers for these Quakers. But I don't know, Black folks is so attracted to all this celebrityism, tokenism, kumbayaism. They don't want to hear it. And the pro-Black community is being called agents by Tamika Mallory. And you say Willie D, Trayvon, what's that lady name? Samaria? I'm sorry for not remembering the name. Tamira Rice's mom. I'm not supporting that. I don't even understand that one, Willie D. But no, this is why I do what I do. It's gonna get better, and I appreciate everyone who listens to my comments. I know that it's not all that easy, and I apologize for the inconvenience. But please try to pay attention to the message, because we do need more pro-Black voices out here. It is too many influences misleading us. And it's a lot of pro-Blackness that is heartbreaking at times and shocking. But I'm just not surprised anymore. But what stuns me is how some of the pro-Black people that's in the pro-Black community that I kind of still favor, even though they hypocritical. I just addressed that at another time because I lost my frame of thought, actually. But no, I'm kind of stunned at a lot of fakeness within the Black community, the pro-Black community. I am stunned utterly, for the most part, but I get it. Some I can accept, but some I think need to come clean. Certain ones need to come clean. But as far as Black Lives Matter organization, this is a Greek ideology, white apple effect. This is a product of that. and you can't tell them nothing. They have their vernacular. They took a lot of the vernacular from the pro-black community. Shout out to Miss Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks and Mr. Sowell, Clarity. Shout out to them. And I don't agree with everything in their history, particularly Sowell, but he preaching right. Dr. Clyde, bless him. I don't agree with him being with Dr. Boyce Watkins, but I mean, people have a right, you know what I'm saying, to associate with whomever for whatever business they want to patron and be part of. I don't support people that ain't real, y'all. And if I catch it, I'm going to pull it out. Thank you.
My name is Flora, and today like always, I'm going to emphasize the fact that BLM Patricia Concoolers just bought a $1.4 million home in California. Okay, I saw ABL talked about this. I saw his video where he was talking about
Flow with Flow.
This
is my first time ever seeing this channel. I support this commentary. Keep it up. Don't be part of the white apple effect. Check out your girl. What's that? African Esquire TV. Check her out. I would say check out Dr. Maat, but I tried to ask a simple question on commentary about have you seen Tariq Nasheed's videos? I mean, you could literally just take a pic. It's an exhausting process of so many videos of him disrespecting poor black people and women, our sisters, dissing them, dissing us. You know, that's sad, and you're supposed to be representing the black community. I'm not overlooking that. You need to come clean with that, bro. I'm sorry, you do. But support and patron his legit stuff. I don't care nothing about, I don't know about this brother here. I don't know. Ooh, Golf got it. She got it. Congratulations, Coco Golf. I'm going to check that out later. Yes, this is a pro-black channel and a pro-professional tennis channel. Shout out to the USTA and the ATA. Shout out to the USTA. Why white Latinos are converting to Islam? Because they thirsty. And they know it's the truth and it's irrefutable facts, but y'all are a process of colonization and cultural eugenics. Y'all are not the original Arabs, our original ancestors. No, you're not. You stole from us, beat us for being black, took from us like everyone else, but you're not us. You're not us. I'm glad this little fake channel is out. I'll be exposing this one.
Charges. Kayla, the DA says this was not politically motivated. What else did she say?
Well, Mark, she says this investigation is very significant and these 7 arrests could just be the beginning. She says they searched 7 homes and several cars yesterday, and they do have a lot more searching.
We're going to go back to Patrisse Cullors.
She says they have secured a total of $60,000 worth of powder and crack cocaine, a total of 2 kilos, several firearms, and $100,000 in cash. She says they stopped Warren's husband, Timothy Granison, in a car yesterday, but say he wasn't.
The DA says this was not politically motivated. What else did she say?
Well, Mark, she says this investigation is very significant and these 7 arrests could just be the beginning. She says they searched 7 homes and several cars yesterday, and they do have a lot more searching to do in the coming days. She says they have secured a total of $60,000 worth of powder and crack cocaine, a total of 2 kilos, several firearms, and $100,000 in cash. She says they stopped Warren's husband, Timothy Granison, in a car yesterday, but say he wasn't the original target of the investigation. Dorley says about 4 months into the investigation, Granison became a target, so the DA's office stopped working with RPD and called in the New York State Police. She says they found cocaine and an unregistered firearm in Granison's home and confirms the mayor is still living there as well. Police say the mayor wasn't home at the time the search warrant was executed, but her daughter was. They allowed Granison to speak to his daughter, then she called a family member to come pick her up. Dorley wouldn't comment on whether Warren could be
Wonder what caused
investigation or
this.
whether she was heard on the wiretaps. She says one of the 7 homes searched yesterday was Granison's brother. Dorley says there's still more homes and cars to search, but this is already a large-scale investigation.
Well, I think it's very significant. Again, we would deem this to be mid-level suppliers. And if you think about the amount of cocaine that we were able to seize with a street value of over $60,000.
Oh, they did
that's
find
significant.
something.
And again, that was powder and crack
But
cocaine.
how do we know it's his?
Police say they are trying
It's a
to
shame.
interview the mayor through her lawyers.
Yeah, either
and they
way,
say the investigation
whether it's
is
true or not,
politically
it's a shame.
motivated
But I wouldn't be
because they
surprised
feel
if it's
Granison
not
was an
true
original target.
at all. I
Rochester,
wouldn't
Hilleberg,
doubt it.
Relief.
Kayla, thank you for the live update. We turn to Allie Peters, who was at Granison's court appearance this morning. Allie, he appeared via video conference, correct?
Yeah, correct. Timothy Granison just left the Monroe County Jail moments ago, walking out from these doors you see behind me. He did appear via video for his arraignment this morning, where his attorney entered a
Y'all just so ready
weapon
and
and drug
give him his
charges. So here's
process.
what we know about those charges.
You don't
so far.
know
Granison is facing 2 counts of criminal
it's true or
possession
not.
of controlled substance in the 3rd degree.
He
and
could be
criminal
taking a
possession of
rap for
firearm.
somebody. You never
Newsday
know.
did get the chance to speak with Granison's defense attorney after today's proceeding. John DeMarco says the allegations are that Granison had possession of contraband, which he says appears again to be cocaine. Now, DeMarco said also it's alleged that there was an unregistered firearm inside Granison's home, but he says he hasn't heard that that firearm was illegal, just that it wasn't registered.
Some tell
and
me
it
this
was
is a
legal.
frame
According to
or a
DeMarco,
setup.
this investigation again started before yesterday's search warrant.
Or I ain't gonna say something. Tell me, I wouldn't be
Clearly,
surprised
the
if it's a
investigation
frame.
was beyond yesterday's
Because what
events.
mayor is gonna do
My
that
understanding
like
is that they
that?
executed a series of search warrants. There may have been other properties other than my client's home. Those search warrants would have needed to be signed by a judge, accompanied by
no, this
supporting
don't seem
affidavits,
right.
which
Some
obviously would have
saying
taken
fish.
time to compile.
Now, Granison was released in his own recognizance, which means he doesn't have to pay bail, but he must show up to all court appearance or he could go back to jail. Now, Granison is expected to be back in court on June 21st at 10 a.m. The DA's office says they do plan to present this case to the grand jury. Rochester, Allie Peters.
But Patrice Cullors,
Thank you so much. And
her land is she is
about
disingenuous.
this
That
matter.
Patrice
She's, of
Cullors.
course, up for re-election
These people
this year.
need they
For mayor of Rochester, the
see.
Democratic
Something ain't
Party,
right with that.
22nd, one
Somebody
day after
framing him.
Granison's next scheduled court appearance.
I would not be surprised that's the case.
Not just distantly, but share space with the people that I love the most.
I mean, what did that mean, and how did you work that out?
It was really important to
Oh,
me
wow.
when we were shopping, and of course we had networks that wanted it and what have you, but I knew that Facebook Watch was going to give us the opportunity to
They
make
say
an
drone.
authentic show.
If anybody look
I also
drone,
knew
it's
that they were
them.
going to follow our lead.
That woman do look
And that's what I felt
drone.
was really important.
But that's all that white apple
that
effect.
team over there,
This
they
family
believed
is a
in
product
vision,
of the white
and they
apple
believed
effect.
in
This
our
is not a
leadership,
pro-black
and that's how we
family.
wanted to make
This
it.
is a
And I
Boule
also wanted
Hollywood,
community.
Boule family.
And
let Hollywood run their
when
family.
the conversation was over, when we were done, that there were people that could still gather, talk, and commune about whatever. was
That's
going
why-
on.
look at this.
So there's been like
Oh,
different red
wow.
table talk communities all over
Oh,
Facebook
wow.
that have popped up. You know what I mean?
Then-
So that's also been a really deep
Oh
blessing
no.
and treasure.
I'm not trying to just talk about people. I'm trying to
a place where it's not
expose and help our youth
and everything, and that's a
and
problem.
help
What happens
the ones
is
that should know better.
sensationalized, And you
to see,
you
not to kind of and be whitewashed,
I do appreciate
but to see the difference in our ancestry and why it's so important for us to study and do research and understand the eugenics, the cultural eugenics
What is that like when people come
that is has been affecting us for generations.
All of them are.
So our
It is
birthrights.
so interesting because I always try to like remind
Oh, wow.
them that it's like
Wow.
this is not a place where we just sit and judge you. Like this is a place where we openly converse.
Help that child, positive powers of the universe.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to attack anybody.
Not that she got an evil heart or
It's also
anything.
important that we see
It's just
family having these
confused,
conversations generationally,
to say the
that
least.
Everyone can come together and sit down and see that.
This
How
is
important have you
the
seen
beneficial. This is the This is
we can talk about
benefactor of the white apple effect.
Right. For me, like when I'm out in the street, it's all people.
Exactly.
You know,
Oh,
it's like,
please.
of course,
Oh,
for
please.
the black community,
No.
you know what I mean? Because we're black, so of course
Y'all
the
black.
community,
Mhm.
could actually, right? You know what I mean?
But y'all like eating them white
We're
apples.
showing up for,
Let me
us,
hold
but
it.
seen a change because I know for black folks it's like
Yeah, y'all black, all right.
we can all sit down and talk about this.
Y'all remember it was African elitists that sold us to the
for me, like when I'm
Portuguese.
out in the street,
So that don't mean nothing, Jada.
Exactly.
You're not pro-black.
you know, it's like, of course.
Glad you didn't say you was pro-black in the pro-black community.
You know
You're
what I
not.
mean?
Don't speak for
Because
the black.
we're
Wait a minute,
so
hold on.
of course the black community, they like actually right.
It's not about owning blackness. It's about being real, y'all. Don't think because you do something that's that changes and that's the dynamic you're not benefiting us if you're not solely for the black community. You're not. And it's not about separating Pan-Africanism, Africanism, because they are at least our allies, but we are, to me, like one and kinfolk, so by large. But I'm not against African and Pan-Africanism, but I'm for my ancestry and my people first, my lineage first. That's all. I support African and Pan-African. I do. And as far as Hispanics, no, I don't. They have to come and support us. I'm not supporting nobody else. I don't care how many froze and how yellow they look, all in South Yemen and Puerto Rico or Brazil. I don't care nothing about any of that, okay? And truth be told, the eugenics in that need to be exposed. Shout out to Chief Warhorse. But I'm going to tell you like this, and Dan Calloway, I'm going to tell you like this. These folks are a benefactor of the white apple effect. They are not pro-black. I have to make a further comment on another video. But again, hell no, Jada.
You know what I mean? They're like,
you is not black.
We're showing up for
You is not black.
But I think
You only black skinned.
like I have all kinds.
You for all people of color.
All walks of life. I'm telling you, I mean, people
You are
would
people of
never
color.
Even think
That
of
you
watching
are.
Red Table Talk, from 60-year-old white men to 16-year-old boys. You know
Nah,
what I
you
mean?
fake, Jada.
It's just so beautiful.
fake, Jada.
that,
I'ma go and put it
we've
like
been
that.
able
You
to
fake.
Connect with such a variety, would never even think of watching Red Table Talk, from 60-year-old white men to 16-year-old boys. You know what I mean? It's just so beautiful that
It's not about owning blackness, y'all. It's about being real.
So many groups
Being
of
real.
people from different generations
And sacrificing.
countries, and
Gotta
from different
sacrifice
economic
something.
backgrounds,
All on a common ground.
all
To
on a
benefit the
common
black
ground,
community.
just
You got to.
trying to figure
But at least
out
be
how
on
to
the pro-black
make
side
a
now.
authentic
That
life.
is
Will,
not
What
y'all.
have you learned about these two, or what have they taught you through this experience?
I think that just
Oh, babe.
even
Oh, babe.
not in the immediate
Oh, babe.
show circumstances, but in hearing their stories and in hearing what they've been through together in their
Oh,
lives.
my goodness. That LGBT
Even
done sold them some
in the
goods.
immediate, like show
Oh,
circumstances, but in hearing their stories and in hearing what they've been through together in their past, seeing how intense the evolution has been from where you guys started at and how your relationship started.
Yeah.
And how much your relationship has grown because
These folks
you
only use
individually
blackness
grow.
to build a brand and to make themselves stand out and look good and feel good.
It's amazing.
Let's not forget that. It does feel good to be black.
We all need to kind of
It really does. Everybody had that black, had that comment. It feels good.
Willow's always
But it
been
hurts when you stand
and Jada both.
for
But I
something.
think what I
It hurts
most
when you stand for
impressed with
something.
Willow is just the courageous young woman she has become to you know just be who she is and you know and
What is that,
and
poly-
her truth and that can be a little difficult
Numerous?
at our age because you know
What did she call herself, baby?
Right. You know, we didn't have to contend with Instagram and all of that. And so it makes it.
It's not paying. She's probably something, paying something.
Do you versus what
I don't
everybody else is doing. You know what I mean?
Is there
Maybe they grandmother and Jada explained it to her better.
I ask that all the time.
Because
I have to be honest with you. I am so
don't sound right to me.
for every single guest we have ever had on this show because I understand.
Yeah, long as they talking that white apple talk.
You know, the red table is something that's a little different. You know what I mean? You know, and let me tell you
It's
something.
fake blackness. You using blackness, Jada.
Respect
It feels good,
in the deepest
but you're not real, Jada.
for
Sorry.
every single guest we've ever had. You know, so there's no one person.
And it's
that
not
can say,
about owning blackness. It's about being real.
I'm deeply appreciative of
Do the
anybody
research.
who gets the opportunity.
Follow up.
Anybody
That's
who
all.
wants to sit at
And don't get mad. Come out with the facts.
table now? And that's got to be it's different.
Come out with the facts, y'all.
We'll go to the red table, y'all. Right? No.
And who you are and what you're talking about if you're ready because so a lot of times there's a lot of judgment that you will be hit with that you may not be ready for, you know, and that's
Y'all-
not necessarily what we want.
Y'all tweaking.
But that is just
You're tweaking. You're tweaking.
And we're gonna do
Where that other? And yes, your ass is tweaking, Jada.
Yeah. And we're gonna do like we decided like
beings. We're judgmental creatures.
Yeah. And we're gonna do like we decided like this year, we're gonna start doing some lighter, you know what I mean? Some lighter.
It's been a very heavy year.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing some lighter things
But
and
also
and
keeping our integrity.
yeah, and keeping the authenticity. But you know, there's a way to do that. and still have some
Authenticity.
fun.
Wow.
Yeah. By the way, where are we right now?
So is Gabrielle Union.
Beautiful. It looks like an oasis.
Authenticity is good for the black community too. And
Island is right
so we all got to be forced with that
Oh, really?
mindset, huh?
No,
Okay.
no.
That is right there. Will calls this her lake.
Oh, really? This is your lake.
No.
That's Gammy
Quit
Island
using.
and her lake. And this is
Quit using our ancestry to build to make yourself stand out.
Yeah. Well, that's what Mr. Smith says.
Quit using I know what you're doing.
He's the patriot.
I know what you're doing.
Right there.
I know what you're doing, and so does the other
He
pro-black
said that's her
community.
mountain.
yeah.
And he
Her.
said that's why he wanted to.
Quit using our ancestry to build. Our ancestors is not in tune with that frequency
on
of selling
piece
out.
of property. He says so. You know,
Yeah.
that's what Mr. Smith says.
He said that's her lake.
And he says that's her mountain.
Yeah.
And he said that's why he wanted to get this spot. This is his dream. Like
Yeah.
he dreamed of having his family on a piece of property. He wanted all his kids to be able
Exactly.
to live here forever. Because he grew up watching Dallas.
Yeah.
Right? So he wanted his own Dallas. You know, so that's the energy that he put into this place that actually has come
Hobart.
to be because the
Hobart.
kids are here every day. Still.
Why y'all
Even
do
though
that
they're
to her?
adults and the kids are here every day still. Even though they're adults and have gone off and doing their own thing, they're still here every day.
We
you
all
know?
come here
every day. So
Every
this
day.
is the family
Compound.
epicenter.
Yeah.
Jaden's Ridge, you got Willow's Peak,
Then Trades View.
Trey's View. There's a lot. Mama's Meadow.
Yeah, my mom's meadow is over
So
there.
yeah, we have different places that for different family members.
I'm sure y'all do.
Their makers.
Back to this one
So
and her
excited
makers.
To be here, Patrice Keller's here.
I'll probably
So
do
great
another
to take
commentary
this virtual
on
stage
her,
and have a
really
chance
brief.
To connect with you on something
But
that I've been doing.
I don't even like looking at her, so I apologize for that.
Abolition.
Just listen.
I've been getting this question a lot in light
I
of
just
the
want
Chauvin
it
trial.
y'all to see it come out of her
What
lips.
would the world look like, and what would the outcome look like for Derek Chauvin if we actually lived in an abolitionist world? Well, in an abolitionist
I guess you're gonna
world,
tell
there would be
us.
no police, no prisons, no surveillance. Derek Chauvin would not have been able to kill George Floyd. There would be no trial for 4 weeks.
Oh, you're gonna bring up George Floyd because he got all that money and you got to worry about using his name.
The trauma
But what about all the other people
by the state.
and all the other killings
Abolition is also
that you ain't speaking
about
on
listening
or
and
supporting
to people
financially?
and talking to the people about what they want
You're fake.
and can help
You're
in our
fake.
collective care. Before we get into the larger conversation around abolition and why I'm here, let us take a step back
You're
and
fake.
look at what abolition really means. The simplest definition, which I love, is the human rights attorney Derica Purnell, who said, in quotes, "An invitation to finding new answers and the problems of harm, and to
Y'all
building new ways
can't
to
say how
right
fake
harm
she
in the first
is.
place," end quote. I know the term abolition can sound scary, as people usually have a strong reaction to the word itself,